Salve, salve clã! Beleza? Vocês estão no jogador número 1, quem fala com vocês é o Aleixo. Pessoal, espero que estejam todos aí 100%. Vamos seguindo aí com o Guia da Platina do jogo I Am Dead, quarto Guia da Platina. Antes da gente começar, já peço a vocês não esquecerem de dar um like para fortalecer o canal. Se inscrever se ainda não for inscrito, pessoal, não custa nada. Ative o sininho para receber todas as notificações, compartilhe com os amigos. Qualquer dúvida deixe nos comentários que eu respondo sempre que possível, beleza? Bora lá então, clã! Meu Deus, tá uma dificuldade para escolher, para conseguir selecionar essa porra desse peixe ter tudo aqui.
I swim with a pod south of the Fire Isles. I believe the dry-siders call the larger one Shelmerston. It's where the ceremony happens. For the dry-sider who stopped, I did not believe it at first. A food which snaps so dry. Then one morning at sunup, I followed the ship and caught. I saw samphire on the dry side and came up out of the sea to ask them for toast. They asked me to put on some pants, but I refused to denigrate my Sam. Took me to their parents' toast shack, but they refused to serve me without clothes. They also told me that my shiny coins were unsuitable, too old. So Sam lent me some trout. I spend my nights swimming through the black waters of the deepest ocean trenches. By day, I come up into... Oh.
It's a shame.
I'm get.
By the time Sam started as the harbour controller in '79, the fishing industry in Shelmerston was on its arse. No way to compete with those factory trawlers from the mainland, was there? Couldn't moor those things anywhere near the island, even if we had. It was a lot of trouble at first. Sam trying to stick by the rules and catch us out any way they could, and us trying any which way to give her the runabout. Wasn't easy, mind you. She was smart, that Sam. You never knew when they were going to pop her head out. But in time, Sam started to see how things were, how we do things. And we came to an understanding of sorts. If Sam turned a blind eye to a bit of the decent stuff, the harmless stuff, then we'd report the worst of it. I mean, we all wanted... Sam was sharp as a gutting knife. They made us hand over some of the, shall we say, dividends to fix up the quay. All them sheds and that. Make them into something we... At the same time, Sam organised a kind of work-sharing thing with the fish folk. Got some of them to swim along with the fishing boats. Help them locate the biggest shoals.
I reckon I still have...
That.
Esses bichos têm uns bicos da teta muito
It was
louco,
the
né, mano?
sixth summer after I spawned that I went to my first Aggie's Day ceremony. You know, Aggie, the dry cider who saved the world from cracking in two. We don't go on land, and it was so loud and hot out there. All that shell blowing. I was bored, and my body felt dry and heavy. I was too young, really. Sam saw I was fed up. They took me up the beach, away to the dunes, and Sam gave me a little polished stone of my own to play with. We became good friends. Sam helped a lot. They were always on my side. My pod, we were quite traditional, didn't like us. That stone was my lucky charm. I took it with me when I went for the interview, and I took it down with me when I went on my first dive. Sam took me under their fin, invited me out to the camel, and let me stay with them and blithe on the ferry if it was a late one. And there were plenty.
Oh.
I first met Sam when I sailed the new ferry, the Queen of the Isles, into harbor. Of course, I'd heard of the fish folk, but I'd never met one. Sam was an amazing... Next time I was in Shelmerston, we went for a drink at the Camel. I'm more into bats than beer, but Sam was intriguing, and the atmosphere in there. Sam invited me over for toast and hot chocolate. Honestly, hot chocolate doesn't do it for me, but the toast, that multi-seed bread. I stayed over. In the morning, we went for a walk along the beach. And just as the sun was rising, I took them flying on my back. We went It was on the next trip to Shelmerston. We just sighted land when Sam's head popped out of the water right beside my berth and passed me afresh. When we moved in together, it was the best day of my whole life. I put that cuttlefish bone on my bedside table within beak reach. I still look at it every day, every single day.
Tá, cadê o terceiro que ficou faltando? Vamos procurar. Fica o tiozinho de um barco. Aqui, ó.
When I was a kid, I hated the annual Morlow Cull. I was kept away and found excuses not to be there. Then, age 10, but you grow up, don't you? I never felt it right that we was killing Morlows, but what could I do about it? I was just a fisherman. One day I see Samfire, the new harp. I went along to that first meeting at the campsite. Greg Litherland was one of the other organisers. It was beautiful. So much hope around that campfire. Me, Sam and Greg held regular events to raise funds for badges and patches. I was proud to wear mine. There was quite a rift between us and the old guard. They felt the ban was an attack on our ways. Sam and me took a load of the fishermen out for a beer. By 87, we finally felt like we had enough support to push for change. So the week before the Morlow showed up, we organised a mass dying on the beach. There were loads...
Beleza, pessoal, pegamos tudo na tela referente à passada fase. Já vai desbloquear para a gente poder mudar de fase novamente. Mas agora vamos seguindo, pegando os Grenkins e os colecionáveis da tela, mas os desafios, Enigmas. Beleza, vamos começar já daqui, pegando os Grenkins. Tá aí o primeiro Grenkin. Nesta fase são 9. 1/9 então. Tá aí nosso segundo Grenkin, 2/9. Tá aí o nosso terceiro, 3/9. Belezura, 4/9. Cinco barra nove, clã. Seis barra nove. 7/9. Oito barra 9. Daqui do barco foram todos, a gente só vai voltar um lugarzinho aqui antes do barco, que é esse aqui. Tá aí, pessoal, e deu um troféu. Tudo no mar. Encontre todos os Grenkins nos barcos de Shelmerston. 9/9. Agora nós vamos atrás dos colecionáveis dessa tela, que são as garrafas térmicas. Aqui mesmo no barco a gente já tem a primeira, que vai estar nessa. Isso, nessa daqui, ó. Primeira garrafa térmica, são 6. Aqui está a nossa segunda garrafa térmica, clã. Nesse mesmo barco vai ter a terceira. Aqui, não é aqui, é aqui. Aqui é a quarta, pessoal. Nossa quinta, e vamos para a última garrafa para pegar nosso troféu. Está aqui, pessoal, e deu o troféu Bebida Refrescante. Encontre todas as garrafas térmicas nos barcos de Shelmerston. Isso aí, show de bola, clã. E agora vamos para os Enigmas. Os Enigmas estão para cá. E os 3 primeiros estão nessa mesma sala. Diamante oculto é só vir nessa mesa, clicar aqui. E aqui, ó, o diamante oculto é a carta de ouro aqui. A bolinha de mouse já tá aqui no chão. O terceiro está nessa mesa aqui também, dentro desse copo. Está aqui. Esse da pequena arma secreta a gente vem pra cá. Tá aqui a faca escondida na bota. E o último, as salsichas do capitão. Uhuhui! Deu até 3 tipos de ruim. Tá aí, clã. Beleza. Todos os enigmas da fase foram pegos. Lembrando que não dá troféu agora. E agora nós vamos finalizar a fase segurando bolinha. E pegaremos o nosso último troféu desta fase. E o próximo guia será o último. E aí vem a nossa platina. Pra cá não vem, temos que ir para a direita. Ficou faltando um aqui, olha, tá insistindo e não vim. Opa! Troféu Um, lobo do mar salgado. Conheça Sunfair.
Well, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
No.
No, we'll talk.
I think I...
Show de bola, clã. Espero estar ajudando vocês. Não esquece de dar aquele like maroto. Conferir se não for inscrito, pessoal. Não custa nada, se inscreve no canal para nos ajudar a crescer, beleza? Ative o sininho para receber todas as notificações, todo o conteúdo novo que eu trouxer pro canal, vocês vão estar recebendo. Senão o YouTube não entrega para ninguém, beleza? Compartilhe com os amigos e qualquer dúvida deixe aí nos comentários. Beleza, pessoal? Um grande abraço, clã. Até a próxima e fui!